Hey brothers, welcome back to the Open Platform. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for the love and support. I want to talk about, a straight dude that's actually doing the right thing today. A straight dude that's actually coming out and supporting gay people, non-binary people, trans people. And, it's so weird because on my channel, we talk about straight people often, but oftentimes it's them not doing the right things, them doing all the wrong things. So, for example, last week we just had Soldier Boy beefing with Marlon Wayans about Marlon Wayans caring for his trans child and accepting his trans child. I feel like in the black community, we still have an issue with LGBTQ plus people, specifically parents supporting their LGBT plus child or children, whatever you're going to call it. But it's a breath of fresh air to see this dude come out and speak about it and know that there are a lot of straight people that actually have our back, that are true allies, specifically straight men. So I want to play this clip and get back with my commentary as we go. Ex-NFL player Chris Kluwe slams MAGA for trying to erase trans people, gets arrested. Okay, this is the dude right here. It says former NFL player, I'd rather knee for freedom than stand with fascists. I definitely agree, bro. Definitely agree. It says former NFL player Chris Kluwe was arrested at a city council meeting on Wednesday after speaking out against a proposal to put a plaque referencing Donald Trump's Make America Great Again slogan in a local library. The Huntington Beach City Council of California approved this week the installation of the plaque, which will feature the names of current city council members and other city leaders alongside the words magical, alluring, galvanizing, adventurous, which spells out MAGA. Really? Interesting. Kluwe, a 43-year-old author and former kicker for the Minnesota Vikings who has lived in Huntington Beach for 15 years, spoke against the proposal at Wednesday's meeting, stating that Trump's MAGA is explicitly a Nazi movement. Quote, MAGA stands for trying to erase trans people from existence, Kluwe said. MAGA stands for resegregation and racism. MAGA stands for censorship and book bans. MAGA stands for firing air traffic controllers while our planes are crashing. MAGA stands for firing people overseeing our nuclear arsenal. MAGA stands for firing military veterans and those serving them at the VA, including canceling research on veteran suicide. Veteran self-deletion. Sorry about that. MAGA stands for cutting funds to education, including for disabled children. Let's look at this video here, and I'll come back with my commentary in just a second here. All right, this is the dude speaking out.
This council does not listen, so instead I'm going to take my time to say what MAGA has stood for these past 3 weeks. MAGA stands for trying to erase trans people from existence. MAGA stands for resegregation and racism. MAGA stands for censorship and book bans. MAGA stands for firing air traffic controllers while planes are crashing. MAGA stands for firing the people overseeing our nuclear arsenal. MAGA stands for firing military veterans and those serving them at the VA, including canceling research on veteran suicide. MAGA stands for cutting funds to education, including for disabled children. MAGA is profoundly corrupt, unmistakably anti-democracy, and most importantly, MAGA is explicitly a Nazi movement. You may have replaced a swastika with a red hat, but that is what it is. I will now engage in the time-honored American tradition of peaceful civil disobedience.
Get the heck! Get out!
Unfortunately, it's clear that this council does not listen, so instead...
Right. That's what dude had to do, what he had to say. He was standing on business today. Come and say, Brian Boyle says, a war on words requires warriors willing to stand by theirs. Bravo, sir. Cotton says, thank you for standing up for democracy. Chris Kluwe, you have more class and commitment to our Constitution than the entire Republican Senate and Congressman. Thank you. Somebody else says, as a German, I am shocked by the developments in the U.S. How many American soldiers gave their lives in 2 world wars for a democratic world, and now this? But what irritates me even more is the paralysis of the democratic forces. Where is the resistance in the streets, administration, state, military? That's the question. Just to answer that specifically, what I will say is that I feel like the Democratic Party is tired. We had Kamala Harris literally out there campaigning like a queen for months. She did an amazing job. I saw her live, rallying with Beyonce live. I thought she ran an amazing campaign. But the people spoke and they voted for something else. They voted for this. They voted for chaos. They voted to defund social programs. They voted to hurt other people. They voted to cut federal jobs. Whatever's happening right now is exactly what they voted for. So I don't blame the Democratic Party for stepping back and letting the people reap the rewards of their vote, like reap all the chaos and whatnot. So I have nothing more to say. Like, I agree with Kamala. I agree with the Democrats. Fall back. Fall back. Let the people eat cake. Let them eat exactly what they wanted. You see inflation has not gone down. You see the cost of living is still up high. Rent has not gone down. Groceries are still up high. So it's like, let the people eat cake. Let them deal with whatever they want to deal with and realize they got scammed, because we were trying to tell the people over and over again this was a scam. And, you know, they're going to find out the hard way. They're going to find out the hard way. One more comment, I'll get going with my next story. So someone else says, don't know what's going on with the Democratic Party. No leadership or bravery. What an ineffective quagmire. Everyone is too afraid to say anything opposed to what's going on. Only time will tell. Again, I don't think they're afraid. I think they're just tired. People are tired, and you didn't care. Like, people did not care one way or the other, so why should they care now? Like, why should the Democratic Party get up there and yell and shout from the rooftops now when you didn't care when they were doing it 3 months ago? What's the difference? What is the difference? I don't blame them. I would just fall back and let y'all get whatever y'all supposed to receive from this. All right, next story here. We're moving on here. It says, my boyfriend fell in love with my gay best friend. Love, don't judge. A throuple situation, because y'all know how I be with these. Y'all know how y'all be with these throuple situations. How y'all be in my comments, my DMs, and whatnot. We just gonna get into it, and I will give my commentary as we go.
And, you know, 1-bedroom apartment and all that.
Yeah, getting pretty close. Had you ever considered adding a third person to your relationship before you guys met Hunter?
No, we have never considered
adding
a third person to the relationship before. I'm a jealous person. I will say that. So that was never anything that I had ever crossed my mind in the slightest.
I prefer monogamy. Truthfully, I prefer monogamy until we got into whatever this is, honestly.
It's been going on now for almost a year.
I actually realized that.
So this is a throuple situation that's recently new. Like, they've only been together for about a year, and it takes like 2 years to get to know someone. So this is fresh. These two mentioned they were in a relationship before this one entered in the picture. I'm assuming he's gay. Anyhow, they were both jealous. They were hardcore monogamous people, and for some reason they decided to open up to this guy. Let's get into why.
I cared for her a little bit more than a friend, but at the same time I knew I was gay. So I was a little confused myself. After realizing that, I think that's also kind of when I came to the realization of, like, do I have feelings for James? When did you catch him?
As a gay man, I just have a question for other gay men. If you know you're gay, why are you dating women? And then, you know, just to go further, why are you in long-term relationships with other women? I'll never get it.
I want to say maybe around the same time, and I was just kind of like, what? What? 1, I'm with James. 2, he's gay. Like, get that out of your head. Hello? What is wrong with you? And it wasn't like those feelings for you, James, like ever diminished or ever, you know, went away in any way, shape, or form. And we were sitting down packing. He said, I got something to tell you guys. I have feelings for you both. And James went, huh? And then I said, same, like without skipping a beat.
And then I went, huh?
And he was just very caught off guard, and me and him kept exchanging looks like, did we just break him? What did we just do?
I would say when I caught feelings, they weren't fully there yet, but after we decided to try this out, I really started to feel like, wow, like I actually really do love and care about him.
Yeah, I think that's the crazy thing. Like, when we first got into this throuple, James...
Wait a minute. So he says I love and care about him. He don't care about the girl then, huh? He just, the best friend, the gay best friend don't care about the girl. He's just in it for her boyfriend.
Yeah, I think that's the crazy thing. Like, when we first got into this throuple, James had no intimate feelings for me. After we got into the throuple, that's when he tried to start exploring.
My feelings for you never diminished either. I'll just leave that out there. They were still good and strong.
I came in from the outside. You two were together for 8 years. At the time, you also weren't out either.
That's also true.
You had feelings for guys, but you also didn't want to admit it to not just us, but yourself.
I never really fully come to terms with it, but in the back of my mind, I thought about it. And over time, it became something that I knew I enjoyed, and that made me happy. Who had with who? Like, what's the deal here?
Okay, so me and James will have, James and Hunter will have, me and Hunter, that's kind of where that gets a little bit complicated, because Hunter...
I knew it. So basically, these two are having intimacy, these two are having intimacy here, but these two, the gay dude and the girl, are not having intimacy. So it's like, I knew something fishy was going down. Like, eventually this dude's going to have to make a choice. Do you want to be with him or do you want to be with her? Because they both are going to require a level of attention and resources that one person cannot manage and keep up with. So it's like, this dude is living pretty high off the hog. You can tell he's smiling. He's very comfortable with what he's getting. You know, he's getting his back blown out and he's getting some fish while he's at it. So it's just... And on side note, these dudes kind of look like brothers. Like, that's the scary part about, or the weird thing about gay couples. A lot of y'all dating dudes that look like y'all's brothers, and it's creepy to me. It's just creepy. It just make it look like, I hate to say this, but you're obsessed with yourself. You love yourself a little bit too much, or into yourself a little bit too much. And I think, you know, why get with a dude that looks just like you when you can find there's all different types of dudes out here in this world. Why date someone that looks just like you? Like, tell me you're in love with yourself without telling me you are in love with yourself. That's just what's given to me, and I just feel like this is a recipe for disaster. I'll let it continue just a little bit longer.
Connor, as he said, is a gay man.
But I do still want to please her. So in order to do that, I've got an app on my phone. We use a remote control, things like that. I can't do anything with my mouth or like my downstairs. I can't do anything with that.
What? So what are you doing then? Like, if you can't please her below the waist with, you know, whatever you have below the waist, then what are you doing? I feel really bad for this woman here. It seems like she's being used. Both these men are not into her. Obviously, they're not into her. And she may have low self-esteem or whatever, but she just is afraid to move around and find someone else. But she definitely needs to move around and find someone else, because this is a recipe for disaster. I feel like eventually these two dudes are going to get together and push her out. And one thing I will notice, I noticed this dude kind of fell off here. The gay best friend kind of fell off. You know, as we get into relationships, we tend to gain weight, get lazy, get too comfortable. And, you know, I feel like they fell in love with a skinny version of him. And they may still love him now, but it's like, dude, just, you know, try your best to stick with what you were. Stick like the way you were before you guys got into this throuple situation. But just a side comment. It's not very important. It's just something that I noticed. Like, he obviously gained weight, but I feel bad for this female here. She's being used. She's being played. All the above.
He's going to stay soft as a caterpillar. Like, he's chilling. Now, if James would try the same stuff, we got to go to another room. You know what I mean? Like, we got to go.
So look, when these two are intimate, they leave the room and leave her out of it. So
Examples of doubt that I know I've heard. Crazy. You guys don't actually love each other. This is just fun.
Yeah, it's a phase.
It's a phase. You'll enjoy yourselves, and then you'll go back to your normal life.
Okay, that's all I have for the situation here. If you're in a throuple situation or an open relationship, let me know how this stuff works out in the comments below. Just let me know in the comments below. I still don't get it. I don't understand. I'll read some comments very quickly. Evelyn says, we're 2 days into the new year, guys. Somebody said they look like brothers. I absolutely agree. Somebody says, I'm shocked by how similar the guys look. Yeah, it's disturbing. Hear me out, but rent is high. Exactly. Like, the only benefit I could see from this is if 3 people are working and they have rent money and whatnot to spend and help the whole entire household. They say Hunter secretly wants James all to himself but doesn't want to hurt her. I think eventually they will get her gone. Watch. Yup, and she will be hurt. Like, she'll be another homophobe. Like, straight woman turned homophobe because she got played by 2 gay dudes. She got 2 Mr. B's for the price of 1. She will be the outsider in this relationship sooner than later. They like each other more than her. Last comment. The 2 dudes seem to like each other more than her. LOL. Exactly. Like, everybody's picking up on the energy. It's just awkward at this point. I really feel bad for her. You know your worth. Know what you can get out here in these streets. This is not it, girl. This is not it. Move on. That's all I got for today. So what you guys think about the stories? What did you think about the NFL player Chris Kluwe? I guess he was a Minnesota Vikings kicker back in the day. What did you guys think about him and his support for trans people? What did you guys also think about the throuple situation where you had a woman who allowed her boyfriend to be with her gay best friend, and they all fell in love together and lived happily ever after, apparently? Do you feel like a throuple is an ideal situation? For me, it's like, what's the only benefit I can see is if you have 3 incomes coming into a household. As high as the cost of living is, that's the only benefit. But other than that, it just seems like non-stop drama. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What was back? What fact? Take care. Peace. All right. Bye-bye.
I don't wanna see a nigga bluff, nigga kill, nigga up. Nigga, what's up? Nigga, what's good? nigga, feed a nigga, never fear nigga, never need a nigga, cut a nigga, bust a nigga, can't fuss nigga, what's up nigga, on such nigga. Why you say so ugly?